Even with the local content policy in place and some well-intended reforms too, heavily capitalized international firms are still taking a big share of the public infrastructure procurement pie.
The 1%, which is still taken by foreign firms, in terms represents a very significant value of the projects. Now, what that means is that local firms have less to invest in their capacities. So you'd want the proportion of value taken by foreign companies to reduce progressively so that in not so a distant future, you have local firms with capacity to undertake serious projects.
Even then, a report by the Infrastructure Transparency Initiative further indicates that deals are still being done under the table, raising concerns that the law is being flouted.
This report that we are launching today indicates that 2 of the contracts that would have otherwise been reserved for local firms because they are less than 45 billion shillings were actually advertised as international bidding, which means that there is lack of compliance issue. Although ultimately the contract were taken by local firms, we think that they could have as well been taken by foreign firms.
On its part, government says it has made significant gains towards positioning local enterprises and enhancing local participation.
That's what we're working on with our different stakeholders, Ministry of Finance, the Uganda Development, the National Planning Authority, to see how, as part of this broad stimulus the government is having on the economy, how the local construction industry can be supported, especially in providing instruments of financing that will allow them to be competitive. Because the people they are competing with are getting this affirmative action from their countries.
But all is not lost. Despite the continued flouting of mandatory contractual obligations, there's something to write home about.
In general, we've noticed an improvement in our disclosure. This year we had 55% of the 41 data points required for proactive disclosure and 70% of the 27 data points required for reactive disclosure.
Malcolm Sime, NTV Business.